We're now waiting for members to come to Ag Committee in room 126. We do have an author who's here who's ready to present.
My first time being late, and we were at a veterans event. Thank you. And I'm still walking as diffusing the surface. We were all over at the veterans event. Sorry. And I walked. So mark me down as my first committee hearing. This is my first one. Hey, you're welcome. So they won't. Okay, great. Thank you.
I put him in front of her.
Well, while we're waiting, I'd like to welcome the 2009 Western United Dairymen class number 8. Today we have with us James Davis, Matthew Evangelo, Paul Souza, John Taylor, Chris Van Egmond, and Dustin Wagner. Welcome. Hope you enjoy the committee today.
Yes.
I call this hearing to order, and in the absence of a quorum, oh, it looks like we now have a quorum. Secretary, please call the roll.
Galgiani,
Here.
Galgiani here. Berryhill, Conway. Here. Conway here. Fuller. Fuller here. Ma. Mendoza. Mendoza here. Yamada. Yamada here. Quorum.
Okay, we have a quorum established. We have 3 bills to be presented to us today. SB 2 by Senator Wiggins regarding pest control and Pierce's disease. Also Senate Bill 140 by Senator Corbett regarding citrus nursery stock and pest cleanliness program. And Senate Bill 671 by Senator Runner regarding ag land valuation. And I understand that Mr. Runner has to be in another committee.
I'm sure everybody does. Go ahead. This is should be. I think we've agreed this is like almost a consent.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
You may begin. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Madam Chair and members. I appreciate the opportunity to come. Senate Bill 671 addresses the issue of county assessor's office not being reimbursed for their costs when the Department of Conservation or landowner challenges the appraisal value under the Williamson Act. I have Greg Cook with me from the Assessors Association to answer any questions. I think we've been working, and I think we're all okay. Last for your aye vote.
We have a motion and a second. Go ahead.
We're in support of the bill.
Okay. This bill has been recommended for consent, so.
Bill Guyer, support of the bill.
Okay. Secretary, please call the roll.
Galgiani.
Aye.
Galgiani, aye. Berryhill. Conway. Conway, aye. Fuller. Fuller, aye. Ma. Mendoza. Mendoza, aye. Yamada. Yamada, aye. Bill's out.
That bill is out. Senator Wiggins? For Senate Bill 2.
Hi, Madam Chair and members. SB 2 will allow for the continuation of a very successful research outreach control program which has protected the wine industry from the scourge of Pierce's disease and the glassy wing sharpshooter.
Move the bill, Madam
SB
Chair.
2.
We have a motion and a second. Please proceed.
Okay. SB 2 will extend the PD glassy wing sharpshooter program within the California Department of Food and Agriculture. The extension, hi. The extension will be contingent upon a referendum of wine grape growers as to whether they want to continue their assessment, which contributes to the funding along with state and federal dollars. Under SB 2, the PDGWSS board may also recommend research and outreach for other designated pests or diseases. SB 2 is sponsored by Family Winemakers of California, the California Association of Wine Grape Growers, and the Wine Institute, which is Mike Institute. Anyway, the first witness is Paul Cronenberg, President of Family Winemakers of California.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. Paul Cronenberg on behalf of Family Winemakers. With a motion on the floor, we'll just say we support the bill. Ask for your aye vote.
Good morning. Cameron King with the California Wine Grape Growers, and we encourage your support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Likewise from the Wine Institute. Thank you.
Do we have any witnesses in opposition? Do we have any questions from any of the committee members?
Madam Chair, if I may, I just had one quick question. I don't know who can answer this, but I noticed the doubling of the administrative costs from 7% to 14%. Was that at the request of the department, or do you know why the administrative cost was doubled? Just it was a management issue?
Ms. Yamada, Mike Velasco from Wine Institute.
It's okay, and you can look that way. I know I always sit behind everyone.
Thank you.
Don't twist your nose.
The amendment was something that was negotiated with the Senate Pro Tem and the author before the bill was heard in the Senate Appropriations Committee. Okay. Just for the record, the department's expenditures for the last 9 years have been about 6%, and the statutory cap under current law is 7%. We have no problem with it being raised to 14. The department lives within its means, and the advisory board has the ability to say no.
All right. Thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Thank you.
I'm
Any other
happy to
questions
support it.
from any members? Secretary, please call the roll.
On SB 2, the motion is due pass to appropriations. Galgiani.
Aye.
Galgiani, aye. Berryhill. Conway. Conway, aye. Fuller. Fuller, aye. Ma. Ma, aye. Mendoza. Mendoza, aye. Yamada.
Aye.
Yamada, aye.
That bill is out. Thank you, Senator Wiggins. Senator Corbett for SB 140, dealing with citrus nursery stock and pest cleanliness program.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. Thank you very much, members. I'm here presenting SB 140. This bill gives the Department of Food and Agriculture the authority to create a mandatory citrus nursery stock pest cleanliness program that will establish inspection
Move the bill.
requirements.
We have a motion, a second. Please continue.
Citrus is a very significant part of California's $23 billion agricultural industry. This is a very important measure that will protect nursery stock. And I just would like you all to know that recent amendments were taken to clarify that the program will be limited to the inspection of the mother trees, which of course are the main concern with regard to where there may be a source of these diseases that affect our citrus stock. I have with me several witnesses in support. Don Dillon with Four Winds Nursery from Fremont, my district. Lou Brown with California Citrus Mutual. Robert Delazal with the California Association of Nursery and Garden Centers. And Tom Delfino with the California Citrus Nursery Society. And I ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. Witnesses in support?
Yes, Don Dillon, Four Winds Growers. We've been a propagator and seller of citrus nursery plants for 60 years, and we look for your support for this bill.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, members of the committee, Louis Brown on behalf of California Citrus Mutual. This bill is extremely important for us to keep getting clean trees and a successful citrus nursery in California. Please support.
Tom Delfino, California Citrus Nursery Society. We support this bill and hope you will too.
Robert Dolezal with the California Association of Nurseries and Garden Centers. We strongly support the bill. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Do we have any witnesses in opposition? Do we have any questions from any of our members? Well, we have a motion and a second. Will the Secretary please call the roll?
SB 140, the motion is due pass to appropriations. Galgiani.
Aye.
Galgiani, aye. Berryhill. Berryhill, aye. Conway. Conway, aye. Fuller. Fuller, aye. Ma. Ma, aye. Mendoza. Mendoza, aye. Yamada. Yamada, aye. Bill's out.
All we can say is, aren't you glad that this was done? How's that?
Thank you very much, Madam Chair and members. It's been a pleasure being with you today.
Thank you. I bet it has. That concludes the business of the day, but I would like to recognize Mr. Phil Nails. Today will be his last day with the committee. He will be moving into another position within the Republican caucus, and we've thoroughly enjoyed having your time and service to the committee, and I certainly enjoyed working with you when I worked with former Chair Assemblymember Barbara Matthews, and you've been absolutely wonderful to the committee. Thank you. And I know that our vice